For Session Daily Update, I'm Sarah Allen. The House is expected to reconvene shortly. Before the House went into recess, members voted to meet past midnight. We also expect the House to meet Sunday at 2 p.m. Let's now go to the House floor.
The House will come to order. Being no objections, we will revert to reports from standing committees. There's a copy of this order of business at each member's desk. If there are no objections to the motion, they will prevail. Hearing no objections, the motion prevails. Reports from the committee. Second reading of House files.
Second reading, House File number 622.
Second reading. Second reading of Senate files.
Second reading, Senate File number 1398.
Messages from the Senate.
Message from the Senate. Mr. Speaker, I hereby announce the Senate refuses to concur in the House amendments to the following Senate file. Senate File number 205, an act relating to campaign finance. Senate respectfully requests that a conference committee be appointed thereon. The Senate has appointed as such committee Senators Carlson, Sieben, and Rest. And the message is signed Joanne Emshoff, Secretary of the Senate. Sanders moves that the House accede to the request of the Senate and that the Speaker appoint a conference committee of 3 members of the House to meet with a like committee appointed by the Senate on the disagreeing votes of the 2 houses on Senate File number 205.
Representative Sanders.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is the Campaign Finance Board technical bill. We would like to go to conference and quickly work out our differences.
All those in favor of this? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Those opposed? The motion carries.
Message from the Senate. Mr. Speaker, I hereby announce the Senate refuses to concur in the House amendments of the following Senate file. Senate File number 455, an act relating to elections. Senate respectfully requests that a conference committee be appointed thereon. The Senate has appointed as such committee Senators Sieben, Eakin, and Carlson. Message signed Joanne Emshoff, Secretary of the Senate. Sanders moves that the House accede to the request of the Senate and that the Speaker appoint a conference committee of 3 members of the House to meet with a like committee appointed by the Senate on the disagreeing votes of the 2 houses on Senate File number 455.
Representative Sanders.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is the House Elections Omnibus Bill. We request to go to conference so we could come back with a bill that we can agree to. Thank you.
All those in favor of the Sanders motion signify by saying aye. Those opposed? The motion prevails. Motions and resolutions. There's a copy of the non-controversial resolutions online and at their desks. If there are no objections, we'll take. If there is no objections, we will take action on these first. Seeing none and hearing none, the motions prevail. Announcements. Announcements. Announcements by the Speaker.
Announcement by the Speaker. The Speaker announces the appointment of the following members of the House to a conference committee on Senate File number 205. Sanders, Nash, and Nelson. Announcement by the Speaker. The Speaker announces the appointment of the following members of the House to a conference committee on Senate File number 455. Sanders, O'Driscoll, and Nash.
The Majority Leader, Representative Pepin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I move that when the House adjourns today, it adjourn until 2 p.m. Sunday, May 17th, 2015.
Representative Pepin moves that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 2 p.m. Sunday, May 17th, 2015. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed? The motion prevails. Representative Pepin.
I move that the House do now adjourn.
Representative Pepin moves that the House do now adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed? No! The House stands adjourned until 2 p.m. Sunday, May 17th, 2015. We are adjourned.